Why you attack bus?
Send me a location. Huh? Why you fight bus? Why you fight bus? You chicken. Send me a location. I come.
You tap like chicken.
You tap like chicken. Yo boy. You see, he was on the Full Send podcast.
I did, dude. They are getting some amazing guests. They really are.
They got the hookup. They got the Dana hookup, and then
I was gonna say, I was thinking to myself the other day, I wonder if they're actually like themselves pulling the guests, like, hey Dana, can we get so and so on?
Well, it's that, and then Salim is Muslim.
Ah, yes.
And the guy Ali, he's their manager, so he's like, I believe he might be Muslim. Well, obviously Khabib is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Ali's the manager of like Kamaru Usman, Gaethje, all these guys, and they got Kamaru on, and then Salim had the connection and was like, yo, can we get Khabib? And he was like, yeah, he got him.
It was a really good, interesting episode.
It was. He's an interesting guy. He's scary. He's a little intimidating.
I've always thought to myself, and I know that they would never do this, but if I ever saw like a UFC fighter in the street, because I don't know about you, I lack the like the knowledge of like what could a UFC fighter really do to you, right? Like if I said to Khabib Nurmagomedov, hurt me, how fast and how effectively he could do that, I'd be very curious. I know that they would never do that because they're trained not to do that, but just could you please teach me a lesson?
Yeah, he could hurt you pretty good.
Could you please humble me in 3 seconds?
Dude, speaking of, this actually leads in today. On my day, I almost got in a fight in Walmart.
Oh, we love fights in Walmart.
Yeah, dude, listen to this. So,
you have any game tape or no?
No, I wish. I should ask for security footage.
Yeah, for lawsuit purposes.
Yeah. I'm like, so I had to wake up to get, because we're flying to Canada tomorrow, so I had to wake up early and get tested for the Cove. So that was at 8. Practice wasn't until 11, so I had some time to kill. So I was like, I'll go to Walmart, just kill time. So I'm wandering around the fitness section, just popping around, trying on boxing gloves, looking at jump ropes, whatever. Mm-hmm. There's a couple aisles, so I went from one aisle to the next. No one's near me. No one. I'm alone in these aisles. So all of a sudden, this guy comes up to me in like I'm in the second aisle, and this guy just like walks in and goes, "Hey, you got a problem, bro?" And I'm like super confused because I've had no interaction with this guy. I haven't seen him. He's got a big puffy jacket on with a hood, like a puffy hood and jacket. And so I'm kind of like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I was like, wait, is he asking me if I need help finding something? But then I look, I'm like, no, he doesn't work here. So then I'm like, what? He goes, you got a problem, bro? And like, so now at this point, I'm like, is this guy like, what's he trying? Like, what's his move here? Like, is he trying to fight? Like, is he trying to jump me? Is he trying to steal from? Like, is he trying to rob me? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going through my head. So I'm like, I put my hand out, like I put my arm out, like at him, like this.
Like giving the Tony Heisman?
No, like keeping him at distance. So like, because he started walking towards, and I put my arm out, like in like a, kind of in like a fighting position. Like so I keep him out, and I'm like, kind of like back up. And I go, I didn't say anything to you. And he's like, so I'm like watching to see his move here, like trying to figure out, but making sure he stays away from me. And then he goes, yeah, you were walking around the aisles like you were following me or something. And I started laughing. I was like, dude, what? Like, you're tripping out. I was like, I just sitting here looking at like this fucking random fitness shit. You're tripping. And laughing at him. He just walks away. And that was it.
You know what would have been funny if he was like an employee? It's like, you got a problem, bro? What are you talking about? Oh, we got to buy one, get one special on tires. Aisle 2.
I was so fucking confused because like there was no interaction. There was nothing. And this guy came out of nowhere and did this. So I'm like, my first thought was that he was thinking like maybe trying to get close to me to like grab my wallet or something. Like I told my mom about it, and she said her first thought was that he was robbing the store. Like he was trying to steal something and thought that I saw him and was like following him. Like he felt threatened that I was going to tell on him. You know what I mean? That was my mom's theory.
I was thinking to myself the other day, and I know this would never happen in Canada. And maybe we should get into it. Maybe we shouldn't. But like, maybe people in Canada should have the right to like just have a gun at all time, like anywhere. And
Well,
if you're in the store,
yeah.
you know, and somebody wants to come and rob you at Walmart, just boom.
Well, that's
Heads
the
up,
thing.
Mamma Mia.
See, in America, you can carry, like you can have a gun.
Could
That's
you carry
part
one in the Walmart?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if legally you can walk one into Walmart, but you can have a gun.
Okay.
So that's also like a threat, right? In America, it's like this guy has a big puffy jacket on. Like it's kind of like what's going on? Weird shit.
Well, you made it alive. Back to the podcast.
Yeah,
which
I was
we're
ready
happy
to
hear.
go. I was ready to go.
You're like, dude, I gotta do the podcast in 2 hours. Can we do this another time?
yeah, legit. Fucking
Anyways, we are Slinging the Bizkit, episode 46, and we are really approaching the 2-year anniversary of.
We're slinging episodes, huh?
Yeah, we are. What's 52 minus 46? That's 6. We are 6 weeks away from a 1-year anniversary. That's awesome.
Holy shit!
I know it's coming up fast, eh?
Super fast.
We got some viewers of the week to get to. As always, we appreciate the support. If you want to be a viewer of the week, you send me a message on Instagram, you send me an email, maybe leave a comment on the YouTube version, the video version of the podcast, and we'll make you viewer of the week. A couple quick little notes first. Number one, a couple people. Have you ever noticed? I do this a lot. I noticed this the other week. I do. I do that a lot.
Now that you say it, yeah, sounds familiar.
I do that. That's what that noise is. I do that a lot. And one of our viewers of the week, Sean Kelly, he messaged me an audio recorder, and he's like, Trav, I tried listening to the podcast, and this is all I heard for 50 minutes was. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try my best to stop doing that. I'll do my best, no promises, but I'll try my best. So, yeah, shout out to Sean Kelly. Also, we did a video version of the podcast last week on Spotify. We're not gonna be doing that moving forward. The video version is only on YouTube. So if you want to listen, watch the video version on YouTube, listen to the audio version on Spotify, Apple, Google, anywhere else you get. Also, I haven't mentioned this. If you ever want to skip different parts of the podcast on the video version on YouTube, there's timestamps. So like from the intro to our conversational pieces, there's like they call it YouTube chapters. So if you want to skip to a certain point in the conversation, you can just do that. So save some time, make everything more efficient for everybody. That's also in the podcasting notes on Spotify and Apple, for those that didn't know. So if you want to save some time, you can do that.
Do your thing.
Oh, I just did the tongue clicking thing again. I gotta stop. Anyway, we got some viewers of the week. First off is Braden, loves the podcast. DoorDash Pete, haven't heard from this guy in a while. He sent me 3 pictures last week of him watching the podcast. We love DoorDash Pete. The guy dashes like nobody's business.
We love him.
We have Nilk from the Netherlands. He's the guy who got a mullet. He sent me a picture. He got a matching mullet, like me, identical, as you can see in the video version, to be viewer of the week. So shout out to him. That was really cool. We have Tim Akerbaum, plays the video version while he works. Oh, you know Tim?
No.
Oh.
Timmy. Teabags.
Yeah, I've known him for a while. We're on like a first name basis. He says, I play the video version while he works midnights. He like works like for the city. I don't know what city, but he works city work midnights from like midnight to 8 a.m. and he just puts his phone up on the dashboard of the tractor or the plow and just goes to work. He said his boss gives him shit, but he don't care. We love you, Tim. God bless you, sir.
Do you remember Tyson, the dude who would do the tractor? He sent me a video, or maybe he tagged us in a story. I think that's what it was. And he said last day listening to the pod here on his tractor. So I was like, where's your next location? And he said, I'd love to say pro hockey, but it's a cheese factory. Not cheesecake factory. He's going to work at a cheese factory. So if you guys need cheese, you know where to go. Tyson.
Tractor guy. God bless him.
Yes, bless him and his cheese.
What kind of cheese? You got a favorite kind of cheese?
No, we've talked about this. I'm not a cheese guy. I like American cheese, cheddar cheese.
But hold on, we have different varieties. We have like meltable cheese. I mean, technically they're all meltable. We got like cheddar, mozzarella. We have the curds. We also have like a brie, like a nice melty brie cheese.
Poutine cheese curds. Fucking
we
dude,
got
I'm
that.
obsessed. I'm obsessed with poutine.
Right
I
now?
love it. Oh, I love it because I've been ripping Canada trips here. Trois Rivières twice. Poutine weeks, dude. I ate poutine every day I was there. I'm going to Newfoundland tomorrow. I'll probably eat poutine then too. It's amazing.
Well, when you're getting screeched in, you got to try a breakfast poutine. Have you ever tried a breakfast poutine?
No.
This will change your life. So here's
I
the
had
setup for you.
buff chick poutine. I liked that.
Oh, like buffalo chicken. Not like
Yeah.
a ripped chick feeding you poutine.
Yeah, no. There was no jacked girl giving me poutine spoons. You know, giving the airplane. Woo!
Yeah, she sounds like
You know?
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Take poutine.
She's take poutine. Eat poutine.
Send me location. Send me
Eat
location.
poutine. And then she stick needle in my bum and eat my poutine. I'm like, eat your
breakfast
bum or
poutine.
eat your poutine? Eat your bootay or eat your bootay or poutine? Which one? Yeah, that's weird. Me and my buff girl. My buff
Are you
chick.
okay? Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm back. I'm chilling.
Okay. So breakfast poutine. Crispy hash browns, crispy bacon, sausage, caramelized onions, sauteed peppers, and here's the kicker. Hollandaise sauce is the gravy with cheese curds.
Ooh. I'll try it. Because I'm on a poutine wave. So I'll just keep riding it and then go all the way to the morning.
It's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. You shut the night down after a poutine, but it's pretty
yeah.
tight. This is also
Jeremy
coming from a man who has
Brodeur is a
alcohol.
big poutine guy as well. We were road roomies and we were poutining.
Well, of course he's a big
up.
poutine guy. He's a booze hound, so he shuts the nights down with a poutine after that and then goes to bed.
Hey, we're not. He's not boozing every night, but he's poutining.
The only time I ever hear from that guy is when he's juiced and he has nobody else to talk to, I think. He just sends Trav a message, hey, buddy, what's up? How you doing?
He gets bored.
That's what I was going to say. I will never expect a text from Jeremy Rutter at 2:30 in the afternoon, only 2:30 in the morning. Well, technically speaking, 9 or 10 a.m. for me with the time change here. Also, we are for the first time ever doing the podcast. For me, first thing in the morning, I got the cup of Joe here. It's 7 a.m. We're doing the podcast, and then Pat's...
It's
1:18,
but I come alive in the nighttime, so I'm feeling good.
Yeah, 1 a.m. is the new 4 p.m. for Pat.
I've been up since I've actually been up since 7 myself, 7 a.m. Yeah, it's sick. I'm doing
Night
well.
shift.
Night shift.
Couple interesting things here. I got a quick little Wallstedt story for you before we get into some of the stuff.
Wallace.
Yes, our boy, who I'm going to go see on Saturday, which I'm excited for.
Nice.
So I'm at the
Trav
Rogla game
and
last
Wally
night.
sitting in a tree
KISSING.
with they tie each other down with pro laces.
Yeah, he just chokes me out like.
You guys are freaky. You guys are nuts. You and Wally are nuts.
We get into one. You know what's funny? I I deleted Instagram off my phone and I only have it on my iPad now, so I'm not spending as much time on it. Whenever I go through my Explore tab and I see I don't want to say like fitness chicks, but like fit girls
Buff
in
chicks?
Sweden. Yeah, like more like ripped chicks in Sweden.
Yeah.
I always see Wallstedt likes the pictures. I'm
Ooh.
curious if he follows them or if he's just liking them, but I'm like, okay, he's getting into the action.
Wally, nice. Good for
Anyway.
him.
Yeah, good for him. Guy lays pipe. So I'm at the SIJHL game last night in Rogla, and before the games and in between all the periods, they always have like stats, just like league leaders, plus minus, save percentage, like every stat possible. They run through it like all night long, and so I see like the save percentage, goals against leaders. I take a little story, just like clip it on my phone. Jonas Enroth, our boy Joey, leading the league in save percentage, leading the league in goals against. Not a big deal.
he?
And also, oh yeah, he is, and he listens to the podcast too. I hope he doesn't give me shit for saying this. He's leading the league in save percentage and goals against. And Orbro sucks. They're like a middle of the pack team, and he's still leading the league in stats. I probably shouldn't have said that the team isn't very good, but like he is a stud back there every night. And so
He's
I
a
clipped
beast.
that. Well, I clipped that and I said just an average Joe leading the league in save percentage and goals against, and he liked it, right? Wallstedt messaged me. He replies to it. He's like, I heard that the second guy is not too bad either. And then Wallstedt's second in both categories.
That's funny.
and so I get back to him like, don't you worry, buddy. I'll give you lots of love on Instagram on Saturday. I'll be blowing you up with like 50,000 Instagram stories when I see it. And he's like, you better.
That's what you're good for. Eh? He's using you. Is
all
Wally
I'm
using
good
you?
I don't know. I don't know.
God. Guess we'll find out.
Although me and Callie are supposed to go for coffee next Sunday.
Jesus, you're getting serious with these kids, man. You be careful.
I have no friends over here, man. Boss man's gone to Hungary. Guy I live with has gone to Hungary for like 3 weeks. I got nobody
Budapest?
here. Just outside of Budapest. Oh, I did the tongue click thing again.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'm trying. Sean, I apologize. Also, we have one more viewer of the week I forgot to get to. James McGowan. He said he played against you in high school hockey.
No way.
Yes, true story. That's why he wants to be
Where?
viewer of the week.
Did you give any details?
I don't ask. I just
what's
copy
his
and
name?
paste. James McGowan. McGowan?
How do you spell it?
McGowan, I think.
All right.
Well, while we're at it, we got a couple things to go over. Pat is flying to Newfoundland today, right? Confirmed?
Yeah, today. I don't fucking know what time. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. I'm not allowed to swear.
That's okay.
I have practice in the morning first, and then we're heading out.
Yeah, my dad's gonna give me shit for how much you've been swearing so far. 10 minutes in, but that's okay.
Get
Other
gritty.
news we got to talk about you getting screeched in. You don't know what getting screeched in is, but that's okay. We also people wanted me to tell Junior A stories. I spent a month playing Junior A before I got sent home, and I got plenty of stories. If you'd like to get into that real quick before we get to your screeching.
Yeah, I don't know what screeching means though.
Do you want to go over the screeching thing first? Or you want to go over?
I'm kind of
the Junior A
curious what
stories?
it means.
Okay, so in the Maritimes, so the Maritimes in Canada, East Coast is like the Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island. I don't know the other provinces. Anyway, there's a lot of them. And screeched in is like a Newfoundland thing, and it's basically like when you take like a fish, like a cod, and you kiss it. They screech you in. They do like a song, like I don't know what the song is, but they do like a song. They do a dance, and then you kiss the cod. You like kiss her red lips like a nice smoochy poo, and then.
Okay.
Boom, you're ready to go. So you got to kiss the cod. So we got to screech you in, they call it.
Oh. That's weird.
I mean, you've kissed a couple fish in your lifetime, so what would the difference be now?
I haven't, actually.
Okay, well.
I don't
First
kiss
time for me.
fish. Okay? I don't kiss fish.
Inside joke.
I do have some relatives up there,
Oh,
apparently, in Newfoundland. Apparently, like, my mom's grandmother's from Newfoundland, so my great grandmother is from there. So I have like second, third cousins up there, just chilling, vibing. So I'm gonna go visit them this weekend. I never met them before, but I'll search for them.
here's another little idea for you. You should go to a pub, get the family out, and everybody gets screeched in. Do it for the vlog. Set everybody up on like the bar, like at the pub table, and then everybody will screech in. And then you just FaceTime me, put your phone down, and I'll be a part of the screeching on FaceTime, and we'll
Yes.
get you in.
We'll screech. We'll screech together. You know what? There was probably a lot of screeching done in your junior time, and I want to hear you had some good stories in your juniors.
Yeah.
Junior
I got
A?
couple. Junior A, yeah. Very short period of time
How
that
many
I played there.
how many letters of juniors is there? Is there like the whole alphabet now? I feel like there is.
In Canada, we have major junior, so Western League, WHL, OHL, QMJHL. We have Junior A, which is technically speaking Tier 2 Junior A, which
Right.
would be like the BC Hockey League, the Alberta Junior, Saskatchewan Junior, Manitoba Junior. Ontario Junior is kind of, because there's like 3 Junior A leagues in Ontario.
The OJ, the AJ, the SJ.
No, in Ontario, it's the OJ, it's the NOJ, and it's the SIJ. I was in the
course.
SIJ, and if
Okay.
you depending on who you ask, they would say, "Oh, well, only the OJ is Junior A." But then Ontario
Gotcha.
has such a big province, that's why they have so many leagues. So I don't know. On Elite Prospects, it's Junior A, so we're gonna go with that. I
yeah,
played
we'll
Junior
roll
A.
with that. That's cool. Is that when you started the vlogs?
No, I hadn't even started the vlogs at this point in time. I started the vlogs end of first year Junior B.
Oh, so you went up the alphabet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
you went up the alphabet.
A B C D E F.
I can't wait to hear your junior W stories. Those are gonna be sick. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P.
I'll give you a little insider. There was not much winning to be done. There's no W's in here. Anyway, so English River, the English River Miners in the SIJHL, the Superior National Junior League, this is where I played. And they've now been renamed to the Red Lake Miners, which we'll get into in a second. But so this is like 2014-15. And my dad calls me and he's like, hey, son. My dad was like living in Thunder Bay at this point in time. And he says, hey, I was talking to somebody. They're saying the English River Miners, they need a goalie. Their goaltending sucks. I'm like, okay. I'm going to reach out. So I ended up reaching out, connecting with the coach. I looked at the stats. The stats were like terrible. The guys were allowing like 10 goals a game. And I'm like, okay, maybe here's my in. So
Perfect.
Can the backup, Trav, come on down. So I come on down and I didn't even know where to begin. I think the entire time that I was there, we won one game. The season, the team finished, I think, like 5-50 or like 8-50. It was a terrible year. Every game was like 9-1 loss, 10-0 loss. It was bad. I think the closest loss we had was like 6-0. We ended up winning one game 3-2 against like the second last team, which was interesting. Game. Yeah, it was a barn burner. They had a swimming pool. Game. It was in Fort Francis, Ontario. They have like a swimming pool in the arena. And it's like right next to the rink, so you can play the game and then go for like a belly flop after the game. It's kind of interesting.
Hell yeah!
What a place. As far as our team goes, so we had like a town parade, like a Christmas parade, like first week, second week of December. So all the fellas are supposed to come to the rink. We get dressed up in some like holiday. Some guys have holiday costumes. Some guys don't. Some guys just like wear their jersey, right? And so we go on the float. We go through the town. The town is like 1,000 people, right? Like a super small town. But just to kind of bring some cheer to the town. One of the new guys we picked up from the States. His name was Joycey. I think, what was his name? His last name is Joyce. I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Joyce. We just called him Joycey. And the fellows are like, where's Joycey? Anybody seen Joyce? No idea. Long story short, he shows up after the parade. This is a true story. Apparently, he went to our team trainer's house. I don't know, maybe he had been drinking all day or something because it was on a Sunday. He goes to her house during the parade and is like, hey, we should hook up at some point tonight. Just literally.
Did you say the trainer?
Yeah, the team trainer. Like,
nice.
Literally. Middle of night, pitch black of winter, just walks to her house, ring the doorbell. Hey, we should hook up. And she's like, no, I'm calling coach. Go back and sober up or something.
He's a go-getter.
Oh yeah, he was chipping pucks in deep. He I think we sent him home like 2 days later, or a day later.
Aw, poor guy.
Guy's just trying hard.
He was an honest man. He asked nicely.
It was very interesting. And then what was it? This is probably the best one that I have. So we're in a town, Ear Falls, Ontario. Town of like 700, maybe 800 people. I think maybe 1,000. It's somewhere in that ballpark. And so we have a head coach who is also our GM, our president, our owner, does everything. He was also the town mayor of the town, and he owned the only gas station in town. So he had a monopoly on like everybody and everything. And his daughter, so the coach's name, his name was Kevin Cahoot, I think. Kevin Cahoot or something like that.
Using cahoots.
Well, we're going to get to that in a second. His daughter was just a beautiful, I think she was actually a model. Like, she did modeling, to be honest with you.
Good for her.
Just a beautiful girl. We called her Miss Hooters. That was her name, like, in the locker room, because Kevin Cahoot. Anyway.
So that was the name. I get it.
Yeah. So our captain was dating her. So our captain at Christmas time had I think he had 50 points through 30 games or something, and the next closest was 15 points. We'd won 8 games out of 50 or 60.
Dog water.
Terrible. Yeah, we were terrible. So our captain, our leading scorer, is dating our coach, president, GM, owner, town mayor, gas station monopoly guy's daughter, and he trades him at Christmas time. I'm not kidding. We get we come to the rink, Eric got traded. Where? To Sudbury, 12 hours away. I'm thinking in my mind, they're gonna do Christmas dinner soon. I wonder what he's gonna tell his daughter. Hey, sorry, I traded your boyfriend to Sudbury, the dump of Ontario.
That's hilarious. He must have not liked him. He must have been like, no, you're not good for my daughter. You're going to Sudbury, buddy.
Yeah.
See
you later. Go to the nickel capital.
Yeah. Have a good one. Wow, that's cold-hearted.
Yeah, that was ruthless. It was relentless.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, I remember the fellas coming in. Also, this is an interesting one. I feel like in AAA you don't have fines. Everybody knows fines. You do stupid things. Guys give you fine. Let's say a bitch of the week fine, or maybe you fall on the ice, the giraffe fine, stuff like that. Yeah. This is my first experience on a team with fines, and day 1 or day 2, I stepped on the logo.
Oh, you goon.
I know. I literally, I walk, I literally come from like the blizzarding snowstorm outside. I got my bag over my shoulder, and I walk in. I walk right over the logo, and then it's like quiet. You hear like a little bit of music in the locker room, and all of a sudden you hear, hey, don't do that. I'm like, what do you mean? You don't step on the logo. That's a fine. So
yeah. How much did you get fined?
I think I got fined like $50.
Dude, I remember the first time. I'm not gonna say where or when the first team I was on, we were doing fines, and it was the first time we had a logo in the locker room. I was on like a team that had a logo in the locker room. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And they're like, oh yeah, and they like put the logo in. It wasn't there at first, and they had like a rug. They like put the logo in. It's like, oh, the logo's going in today. Like, you don't step on the logo, and the punishment for stepping on the logo was you got to get slapped in the ass with a stick. Like, bare ass. So, dude,
goalie stick or player stick?
A goalie paddle. Yeah, right to the cake. First day we put the fucking rug down, I walk right over the logo because I'm not used to it being there. Right over. And I had to get a slap in the ass with a paddle, but luckily the kid who did it just gave me a little love tap. He wasn't trying to hurt me. There was a few in the year that like people really whacked and left like a mark on someone's ass. It was fucking you don't want to step on a logo there.
Yeah, you learn real fast. Don't do that.
yeah, it's bad news bears. Unless some people liked it. You know, like a couple guys, you get a smack on the ass and they're like, woo, you know, instead of the old like, it's a whoo, a little different, you know.
You just smack.
Oh, this one kid, he just kept stepping on the logo every day. I don't know why. Just every day.
He's got his foot. He's like, hey guys,
smacked in the ass again. He's like, he's like, oh no, I stepped on the logo again. It was fucking weird. Yeah, that guy. Good for him. God bless him.
There was I guess the last fine store I got at VIU. We had fines like where I played college, and Sweens he's been calling me lately. He's like, "Come on, let me come on the podcast. I want to tell this story." So at VIU, I was the third string guy. I practiced like once a week with the team, and we had fines, right? And I felt like they would ding me for anything and everything. Like I felt like every single practice, like I'd rack up another $40 in fines for like anything possible. I felt like they were just kind of like picking me at this point. And so one day at practice, they're like, Trav, you got to pay your fines. I'm like, fine, whatever.
Fine.
So, yeah. So I got like an easy like $200 for the fines, I think.
For sure.
And so I didn't have any, change on me. So I go home and tell my girlfriend at the time, I'm like, honey, you got some cash on you? She's like, yeah, why? She's like, I need some cash to pay my fines. She's like, why are you paying your fines? She doesn't understand. She's like, you're not supposed to do that. So anyway, I ended up conning her out of like $20. I got like a $20 bill, and I come to the rink. I'm like, you guys got change for 20? They're like, Trev, you owe $200. You're not getting any change for your 20. You guys break a 20?
That's hilarious.
And then one of the other guys, he
oh shit,
because I'd never seen this done, because I think I was practicing on a Monday. I always practice on the Wednesday. They wouldn't let me come to Monday practice. And he's got this like bag of change. He's like shaking the bag of change. He's like, need a loan, Trav? And I'm like, yeah, why? You got a couple bucks? He's like, 50% interest. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's making money.
50% interest.
He's like literally like this little like sandwich bag of money, like
little businessman.
Yeah, and speaking of scams, I texted Pavel about this last night. I went to the SIJHL game in Rogla, and they were playing Timra. They're like the bottom team in the SIJHL. The shots were like 27-4 after the second period or something like that. And I swear to God, if I wanted to make my SIJHL debut, I told Pat this. I'm like, I gotta hop on defense for this team or something. Like the defense, when I had my one game for the VIU Mariners, was probably just as bad last night in the SIJHL for Timra. It was just a shooting gallery.
That is rough.
And the game was only 1-0. It was a 1-0 final. The goalie kept him in. It was an exciting game.
Yeah, sometimes a goalie can only do so much, though.
Goalies can't score.
A defense can make or break a goalie as well. Like if you have a team, like you could have a solid goalie with a terrible defensive crew, and just make the goalie like look bad because of how quality shots the other team's getting, or a defense could make a team or make a goalie and keep all shots to the outside and make a goalie look fantastic. It's
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. So you're playing the Newfoundland Growlers this weekend.
yes,
There's a
sir.
goalie that just got, I think he just got called up on like an emergency basis for
Pav's
Newfoundland.
goalie?
Yeah, Barber's goalie.
I heard about this.
So he threw up like a 920 save percentage 1 year for the Brooks Bandits in Junior A, and
Oh,
this is
okay.
this is the team that Kale McCarr was on. Like they were a stacked
Yeah.
team, like
A couple
unreal
of
team.
my teammates from prep school were on that team.
Really
Yeah.
unreal team. And then I think he got tossed around like 4 Junior A teams his last year. Just couldn't stick anywhere. Couldn't perform, I guess, or whatnot. So I ended up getting sent home. And I remember I was talking to him at this point in time. Him and I think, were like somewhat friends. Maybe not so much at this point in time.
Yeah.
But I remember he was texting me. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm trying to go to NCAA D1." I'm like, "Bro, you played 1 year of Junior A and you just got bounced from like 4 or 5 Junior A teams. I don't think you're going to be getting a full scholarship to D1. Listen, I suck. I'm not a D1 goalie, but I'll tell you right now, you're not getting a full ride with the numbers and the stats you put up last season. No way. Sorry, not
Dude.
happening."
That's funny you say that. I have a similar story of a guy that was way more delusional than that.
Really?
Yeah. This kid, fuck, I kind of feel bad. I hope he doesn't listen to this fucking podcast.
Say it. We'll get a new viewer of the week.
Yeah. If he does, whatever, who the fuck cares? He you know what the WSHL is, the Western States Hockey League?
Yep.
So he was playing in that and not like great numbers in that league. I mean, no offense to if you play in that league right now, it's not a league you go to if you're going D1, to say it in the nice way. This kid was there. Now, when I did that movie last year, he was casted as like the weird goalie. So he's delusionally talking to me at the, like, we're eating like dinner one night, and he's just like, yeah, he's like, I'm 20 now. I'm gonna do my age out year, and I'm hoping that this movie helps me get some exposure, and I'll be going D1 hopefully the following year. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, dude, this is like a scripted movie, right? Like you don't your character actually gets pulled and replaced in the movie.
At this moment
man.
in time, Trav was officially replaced as the most delusional goalie in North America.
Dude, I'm cracking up. I'm in the inside, but I didn't want to judge him until I like skated with him. We went on the ice the next day, and like I didn't even like. I'm on the ice with guys that were like JV high school hockey guys filming, like a couple of them, like for these filming purposes. There were a couple actors who stopped playing hockey, and they sniped on them. Like first 5 shots went in. I'm like, I don't even need to shoot on you to know you're not a D1 goalie. I'm sorry. Like this is I felt bad a little bit because he was so seriously telling me that he was gonna go D1. And I'm like, I just sorry, man. I don't.
Well, you know what's interesting is to piggyback off that. So that same goalie playing for the Newfoundland Growlers, I remember like he was just so adamant to me about playing NCAA D1. I'm gonna get a Scully. He ends up walking on to a U Sport program, like college in Canada. Makes it, I think, I could be wrong. I think he played like 4 games, threw up like an 8. I want to say it. We'll give him credit for an 890 because I know it wasn't enough for an 890, but let's just say didn't play all last season. I guess he didn't get re-signed. He just got let go from the walk-on, and then he gets picked up by the Newfoundland Growlers for the East Coast. So, and I noticed on EP they've gone to like 8 goalies this year. So you might play against him. You may pump a few past him. If you see him, say Uncle Trav says hi.
I did hear about him.
Yeah.
But he has some accolades. Like he played Junior A. Like he played in the AJ. He's probably a decent goalie. No. Like
you can't be shitty to play on a team like that. But like there's got to be something going on because and this is just from my experience, I sense an attitude problem, and I've been told from other people the guy's got an attitude problem, and I know people are going to be entitled to their opinion about like my attitude problems and whatnot, but when you play junior A on the RBC Cup winning team or championship team with a 920 save percentage, then you get bounced from 4 different junior A leagues in Canada the next year in your age out year with not great numbers, like something's going on. And then you don't play the following year, okay. And then you play 4 games, walk on U Sport, and then you don't play last year. Like something's going on. Like there's, you know what I mean? Like guys that are that good don't get bounced because they suck. They get bounced because they have attitude problems and other issues. And I think I wish there was a way to find that out on EP. Like you go on like undercover information people submit, like, oh, big attitude problem in the Brooks Bandits, or big attitude problem with the, you know, whatever. That'd be nice if Elite Prospects had that. But,
well, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be very.
The dude I was talking about played when he was in the NA3, ripped a .79.
A 7.9 save percentage?
Yeah.
How many games?
Oh, 2 games. Oh, he had 13 goals against average. He had a tough couple games. That means he got put in and he was the backup.
Hold on. Pull up my lead prospects. See if my junior A numbers were as bad as his, because I played 1 game in junior A. Can I tell the story real quick? It's on the vlog, but I want to tell it for the podcast. So I get to English River and I'm sitting on the bench for like 9-10 games in a row. Don't get a sniff. And we're losing every game. Like I mentioned, like 8-1, 7-0, 10-2, stuff like that. And are mine worse or are mine better?
Oh, I don't know. What's the SIJHL?
That's the junior A. That's the
that's worse.
Mine are worse? Okay, great.
Okay. You played 1 game.
I played 16 minutes. Yep, we're going to get to that. So I remember we were up like 3-0 after the first period one night, and then the second period we're down like 10-3. Like we have 10 goals in the second period. Jeez. And so after the game, I walk in the coach's office. He's got like empty beer cans all over the office, like on the desk. And I'm like, okay, this might go my way. I said, Coach, I want to start next game. He puts the beer down. He's like, you're starting tomorrow.
Feeling good.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm like, wow, that was easy. I should have done this sooner.
Yeah.
So I'm starting tomorrow. And it's the top team in the league. And I'm like, okay, we haven't played the top team in the league yet. But, here's my opportunity to shine. This is my chance. So start the game. Breakaway right off the bat. Big save. Big pad save. I'm feeling it. I just stopped my first junior A shot in a breakaway. It doesn't get any better than that. Right? And then how did the first goal go in? First goal, penalty kill. Tap in back door. All right. Not a big deal. Second goal. Actually, it was kind of a shitty goal. Guy shoots from the slot off my blocker, and it pops up and kind of goes off my back and in. Bad goal, 2-0. Third goal, 5-on-3 penalty kill. Stop on the left side of the crease. Rebound to the left side, buries it, one-times it in. Goal. Fourth goal, puck's right at the side of the net. I'm on my post. It comes out right to the slot. Guy wide open, buries it. 4 goals on, I think I had 4 goals on like 12 shots. And then I got the yank. That was it. That was my junior A career.
4 goals?
Here's 4 goals on 12 shots. Yep. 16 minutes. And here's an interesting story. For you. So that team, we made a trade with them. We traded one of our players who had put up like 2 points the year before. I may have put like 1 point that year up until that point. We traded him to the other team. He scored more goals in the first period on me than he put up points in his entire junior A career, forever. He literally scored 4 goals on me in the first period to chase me after we had traded him.
That probably had you feeling good.
I felt so bad. And that guy, anytime, this is the funniest part, anytime I leave a comment online on like Chicklets TSN, he will reply, be like, hey, Trav, remember when I buried 4 goals and chased an English River? Will not let me forget it. Relentless on that.
That's hilarious.
Every time I see it, I'm like, I'm just going to turn my phone. I can't win. What am I going to say?
Yeah, you can.
There's nothing I can say.
That's right.
Yeah. And I remember getting yanked and skating back to the bench. I've never been given it harder in my life by another team. And there was no vlog. They just gave it to me, the other team. So that was my junior A experience. What a time.
Yeah, that sucks as a goalie if you get yanked. Like you have a tough start to a game, say you let up 4 goals. It goes by minute, like it multiplies. So The goals against average looks wacky.
You know what? And the thing was too, my dad drove like 8 hours, I think, from Thunder Bay to come watch the game.
Oof.
And then my dad drove 8 hours to watch me play 16 minutes.
That is rough.
It's not the only time my dad drove 8 hours for 16 minutes.
What
I don't know.
Is that a sex joke?
It was a sex joke. My dad's not going to like that. He's going to call me about that later.
It's an inside joke, though, so no one understood it.
Yeah, I'm stirring the pot when I shouldn't be. My dad's not going to be happy about that. I love you, Dad. I'll call you later. I'll call you later, baby. Your wife's in me DMs. Your wife's in
my DMs, yeah.
This is episode 46. We're 46, right?
We're buzzing. I think so. Something like that.
Yeah. We'll go with it. We're 46. Next week is 47. We would love for you to join us on the YouTube video version. The video version is a YouTube exclusive. No more video version on Spotify. If you're on the go, you're on your way to work. You're, maybe you're, a housewife. You're cleaning the house. You're mopping the floors, cooking dinner. Turn on the old Spotify. Turn on the old Apple. Give us a listen on the Google machine. Yeah, rip her down. And we would love to hear from you. We do a new episode every Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. in Winnipeg, 5 a.m. Pacific time in Vancouver, Los Angeles, 1 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. in Sweden, 3 p.m. in Finland, 9 p.m. in China, 10 p.m. in Australia. I think that's just about every time zone out there. Maybe 5 p.m. in Africa. I think that's probably off, but that's the time zones. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to have you be viewer of the week. Send me a message. Pat Shea, take us home. Final words.
It's been a pleasure, guys. It's really been amazing. This is my retirement episode. No more for me. No mas. It's been real, Trav. Thank you for everything. I'm leaving. So see
Rest
you guys.
in peace. Also, one final note before I forget. Merch. Pat and I have been talking about Slangin The Bizkit mugs, maybe some posters, shirts. Doing it sometime in the spring when the season is over. Let us know if you'd like to maybe pick some stuff up like that. Anyway, thank you for listening. Good night.